Hey everybody, welcome to our first day of 6.3. Let's start with this quick warm-up here. So I got these four things in green, and you can see what I have up above here for X, Y, and Z. All right, so we're going to just plug them in. Very simple, no tricks here. All right, just exactly what you see. So in this case, on the first one, when you plug in a value, separate it with parentheses, X, and then plus Y. X is -3, Y is a 2. So if I were to solve that, I would get -1, right? In this case, now this is multiplication, so that's just X multiplied by Y. So when you are going to substitute in a variable, replace the spot, replace the X with a set of parentheses, put the value inside, and then inside, and then now I end up with -6 for this one. This one here, I'm going to have Z minus X, and just remember when we did our polynomials, we had to add the opposite there. So here Z is 4, X is -3, so I will add the opposite, and that will get me then 7. And then lastly, I have Y over Z. All right, so Y over Z. Y is 2, Z is 4. That does have to be reduced, and that is 1/2. Okay, so again, very simple concept to start, but just getting us warm and ready for how we will use this in the lesson. Here's our title today, 6.3, Operations of Functions. You can see this is day 1 and what we're going to target today. So first thing here, some just very basic operations. We're just going to be adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing, just like in our warm-up today. Just in case you're curious, this doesn't show up a lot, but if you do see something like this, all right, that's a new function notation. That just simply means f of x plus g of x, all right, in function notation. And if I'm going to use this as my f and this as my g, in the place of f of x, I will simply put in the value, which is x squared minus 2. And we are adding that to g, and g is x to the third plus x squared. And then we will simply add them together for our answer to get, that's going to be then x cubed plus 2x squared minus 2 is our answer. That is what f plus g of x is, or what f of x plus g of x is. Moving on to number 2. Now this concept would be g of x minus f of x. Okay, so that way if you see this notation, you're not shocked by it. And let's use the same. G of x is x to the third plus x squared, and f of x is x squared minus 2. Now, just like we did in chapter 5, when we did polynomials, we had to add the opposite. So I will distribute the negative. So that's really going to be a negative x and a positive 2. So negative x squared plus 2. And then we combine that. Here I have x to the third, no, they're combined, x squared and x squared. All right, and now that ends up becoming x to the third plus 2. Okay, and the key there is most of us would get the x squareds to reduce and cancel out, but it's having a plus 2, not minus 2, that's going to make the big difference in that problem. Next item here, now in this case, when there is nothing between it, it means multiplication. So I'm going to take f of x, which again is this one, x squared minus 2, and we are going to have to multiply it. So multiplication now by g of x. So very similar to what we did in chapter 5. Now we have to FOIL that together. So very similar, I'm going to take this and distribute the x squared right in first, and that's going to give me x to the 5th plus x to the 4th. And now I need to take and distribute the -2 right there, and that's going to get me a minus 2x to the third minus 2x squared. And in fact, nothing else combined, so I'm just going to rewrite that in one color so it's easier to see. There we go. Multiply together. And again, if you had like terms, you'd have to combine like terms right there. And then next one, lastly, we have division. F of x divided by g of x. So again, I would set it up f of x. I think it's easier to see division that way. So it's x squared minus 2 over x to the third plus x squared. And at this point with division, I know a lot of you are going to want to reduce the x squareds, but it's not possible because they are not the same. So it's actually going to be, my answer is x squared over 2 over x to the third plus x squared. That is the answer. All right, and with division problems, when you're doing division, you are going to be better off not simplifying your work, and you're going to be right more often than you will if you try to simplify right now. So right now, don't simplify when you have division. Just leave it literally as this, and that is the answer. Now, if I give you a value of x to plug in, yes, now you can go ahead and go farther, but you cannot simplify that problem any farther down. And this is the assignment. Now be careful. Make sure you are looking at the operations of functions worksheet for 6.3 day 1, not day 2. These two worksheets, these next 2 days look very similar. Make sure you know the right worksheet. Look for day 1 for today on Thursday and day 2 on Friday. Enjoy. Have a great day.